Right then, fresh off the news that Benjamin Sesko is going to be a Manchester United player. We are all confirmed. We've had the here we go. We've done the reactions to it. Benjamin Sesko will be a Manchester United player. Awesome. How does he fit in? Exactly how does he fit into Ruben Amorim's system? Well, in Amorim's system, Sesko's probable fit hinges on the attributes that he's got as a striker and how they're going to align with the team's tactical needs, but also our long-term ambitions. So what I'm going to do today is break down how I believe Cesco will integrate into the squad based on his profile of a striker and United's current setup. Right then, from a tactical point of view, the 6'5" Slovenian combines towering height with freakish speed. He's got mobility and technical ability. He is a target man, but I think he is a bit more than a target man. He is comfortable receiving the ball with his back to goal, which is a huge upgrade on what we currently get with Rasmus Højlund. But he's also very good at running in behind defences and scoring from various positions, including from quite long-range goals, but also some scrappy aerial duels as well. Amorim's system emphasises being dynamic, being versatile, and having quite a lot of rotations in that front line. We see forward play, and certainly if you look at what was successful for him with Sporting, we see good link-up play that looks to try and play off one, look for movement, and try and exploit the spaces. Cesco's ability to hold the ball up and combine with his teammates suggests that he would thrive in a system which values a focal point, but someone that can also contribute with his build-up play as well. You compare that to what you've got with Rasmus Højlund. Cesco is going to offer a lot more of an all-round polished game. He outperforms Højlund in every key metric. Not just the goals per game at the elite level, but also the very strategic stuff in terms of aerial duels, in terms of passes, in terms of just all of the things that you would want from an all-round sort of forward. He beats him at.
We're in August. Time is absolutely flying, and this year is absolutely flying. But here's the thing, just because the year is more than half over doesn't mean that your goals have to be. In fact, why not start now? Why not make this the month where you finally take back control of that one thing that you've been meaning to quit? You know the one, whatever it is that you're struggling with, that you're dealing with, that is where Fume comes in. This little thing, right? This tiny little thing right here. It's not a vape, it's not a gimmick, it's just a powerful, natural tool for real change. There is no nicotine, there is no vapor, there are no batteries, just clean, flavoured air in a product that is designed to help you break free from whatever it is that you're struggling with. You've got flavours like cinnamon hearts, like licorice, you've got a really refreshing spearmint, and that turns whatever it is that you're trying to do into a sensory experience that just feels good. You get flavour in your mouth and not in your lungs. And you can use it anywhere, anytime, on a plane if you wanted to, because it's just a tube. It's a bit of wood, it's a bit of metal with some flavour inside. That's it. And more than that, it keeps your hands engaged. You've got something in your hand that you can use that can take your mind away from it a little bit. It's going to occupy you, and it's not passive. Like you feel like you're doing something anytime that you reach from it. And there's over 500,000 people that have already got involved. Real people are seeing change and progress over excuses. So if you're ready to turn the page, to finish 2025 stronger than you started, this is your chance to sign up. If you use the code Stephen Howson, that's STEPHEN Howson, HOWSON, at tryfume.com, you're going to get a free Fume topper with the journey pack. That's tryfum.com, or scan the QR code that is on screen right now. Do not wait for January to make a change. Take the win now with Fume.
Now, United's strategy so far with recruitment has been to sign forwards with Premier League experience. We saw that with Matheus Cunha, we saw that with Brian Mbeumo, and it was also my preference. I wanted us to go with Ollie Watkins. I didn't think that we could afford a settling-in period. And I think that's the risk with Cesco. I like a lot of what he has to offer, but at 22 years of age, there is potential that he doesn't hit the ground running to the same level that Ollie Watkins would have done. And I believe that this season is so critical, so important for Ruben Amorim. I didn't think we could take that risk. Now, the choice is out of my hands, clearly, and also there is no choice anymore because Benjamin Cesco has been given the green light and has been signed, so he will be Manchester United's new striker going forward. And he has enormous potential. It's just a case of, is there going to be a settling in period? And none of us know the answer to that. If there's no settling in period and he just is able to perform at the level that he performed at in Germany, which isn't the best in terms of goals translating over to the Premier League, I think he will still do well, because I think he's more than goals. His link-up play and his hold-up play in particular, because Rasmus Højlund's hold-up play was just so non-existent that Manchester United, when we went long, just lost the ball and were immediately on the defensive again. Cesco's going to hold the ball up so much better. He's going to compete aerially so much better. And even if he doesn't bring it down and play it back to a Bruno, and then we look to play forward from there, you've got the flick-on ability from the 6'5" centre forward with the likes of Cunha, but in particular in Mbeumo. I think you will see Manchester United going long from a goal kick to a flick on where Mbeumo is running. So as one centre-half comes up to compete with Sesko, he wins the header and he just drops a little Niall Quinn-esque over the top for an inverted run from Mbeumo, who then goes in behind the defence because that first centre-half has been taken up with trying to compete with Cesco. I think that is a massive asset for Manchester United. When I say there's more than goals, that's the sort of thing that I am talking about. And even if you can just play up to him and then play it back into midfield and then begin your attack from there, you've eliminated that 30-40 yard where United and loads of other Premier League teams last season were losing the ball because we was dogmatically trying to play out. You know, there's so many times that people fucked up when trying to play out that you immediately conceded chances and started to concede goals. There was an absolute epidemic of that in the Premier League last season because teams have realised that actually this is such a high-value chance for us to capture. If we can win the ball back while someone's trying to play out, that's why you're seeing teams almost go man for man at the back, not having +1 principles, but because they're saying, nah, do you know what? Go for it and see if we can win the ball that high up that we can get shots and chances of. And that's why there was so many more goals from forced errors last season than there has been previously. Having a player like a Cesco, which allows you to play it up to him and bypass that press, means that you've now got options. You don't have to do it every single time. You can still play out sometimes, but you can go long at times when, if you've got a team that's pressing the shit out of you, you need the option to be able to go long. You can do that. So even if his own goal scoring is only average at the moment, that can improve. There's no guarantees of it, but it can improve. But he allows you to play different ways. And when you've got players like a Bruno, like a Dorgu, that are going to cross the ball as frequently as they already do, having someone that's 6'5" and so effective at aerial duels in the box is another asset. So those things I'm really looking forward to. And yes, we struggled to score goals. We only scored 44 Premier League goals last season. Højlund, Xerxes combined for 7. Garnacho and Ahmad didn't really add too many more. Bruno was the main sort of provider for that. You've changed that by bringing in Cesco. You've changed that by bringing in Mbeumo. You've changed that by bringing in Cunha. You know, you've added a lot of goals. Now, those goals don't directly translate over. You don't get 1 for 1. Doesn't work like that. But you've got 3 players there now that scored more than all of the forwards that we played last season. That works. Is his lack of Premier League experience a problem? It's a concern. I wouldn't say it's a problem. I think the fact that you've got 2 Premier League proven forwards out of the 3, the third one, there's less of a requirement for him to be Premier League proven. But I'm not saying I've changed my mind. I still would have preferred Ollie Watkins. But I do think that Cesco does have some characteristics and attributes that will suit him to the Premier League. I just think he's going to require a longer settling in period than Ollie Watkins would have required. All in all, he is an improvement on Højlund, significantly. He's got impressive physicality. He's quite versatile, even though he is, a direct number 9. His goal scoring ability is pretty good. It's not fantastic. It's just better than Højlund's. He is a focal point that can bring others into play. His arrival will likely push out Rasmus Højlund. I think he fits into the system, and I think he's going to help us play a more Amorim style of play. Let me know your thoughts. Tactically, do you agree? Do you disagree? What are you seeing in his game that I've maybe not mentioned? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.